Hi, this is Billie Beene here with another segment of Weather Plus by Billie. Today's date is October 9, 2022. This is a new YouTube channel for me. I have a subscribe button in the lower right corner of my screen. Thanks for like, subscribe, and share. Episode 7, Ebola Spreads. Screening is now going on in 5 U.S. airports. The prep in China for the inauguration of Chairman Xi in his third term in China, the troopers who are doing the prepping for him in Beijing are dressing in hazmat. So let's get started. Some of my sources are God in the Bible, Patriot Subscriber, Suspicious Observers, James Neal Cooper, Mary Greeley, a website from NASA, a website from Deseret News, a previous video I've done. And I'd like to say welcome back to all 50 states, including Alaska, Hawaii, the First Nations, 62 nations, including the newest, Singapore, South Korea, and Sri Lanka. Okay. In a previous video I had brought some information out about Ebola taking place in Uganda. Now, I first want to go over my supposition about the South Atlantic anomaly, and there's a NASA website where you can actually see a visualization of how it is spreading. And what this means, this is South America, we have Africa, we have Europe, we have a small island nation right here, Mauritius, and of course we have Uganda. Okay, I put out a previous video and some information came out about Europe, specifically England, from Dr. John Campbell, a PhD professor of nursing in England, who brought forth that there was an increase in non-COVID deaths in England, and I brought information out that it correlated to also a same trend inside the United States, actually. And my supposition, and then this springing forth of Ebola in Uganda, and I'll demonstrate in this video that it is increasing in Uganda, and now the U.S. is putting out an alert and diverting all people who've been to Uganda in the past 21 days, and the 21 days is the incubation period. They have to go to certain airports. So the South Atlantic anomaly, the Earth generates from within it an electromagnetic shield. And this has been going down for years. That means that people are getting increased radiation from the sun, and Suspicious Observers recently brought out a scientific paper correlating increased radiation from the sun, depressing the human immune system. Now, the South Atlantic anomaly is where the electromagnetic shield is weak. It goes down to something like 120 miles above the Earth, or 200 kilometers. I submit this is old information. I think it's dropped and it's much closer to the Earth, and it had been around over South America, but it has split, and now it's around South America, it's around Europe, and it's around Africa. I submit that lowered electromagnetic shielding in these areas could correlate to an increase in deaths and an increase in the spread of contagious disease by depressing the immune system. Okay. Now, I have a Patriot subscriber from Mauritius who's reporting a change in the climate. Usually they have warmer weather this time of year, but it's still very cool, and they still have to sleep under blankets, and it's too cold for them to go and sit out on a veranda or porch area. So we see a change. Now, as I put this together, I gotta say I'm slightly alarmed by the increase here. All right, so I put out on the 4 main strains that, of Ebola that affect humans: Zaire, Sudan, tough forest, Bundy bug, and the death rate had been 50 to 90%. It's now increased to 50 to 100%. Okay, I put out a video on September 29, and it was showing in Uganda. They had 19 cases, including 6 medical workers, 4 doctors, 1 anesthesiologist, 1 medical student, and 5 deaths. Now, this has gone up from Deseret News. This has increased to October 8 in Uganda to 64 cases and 30 dead. So we're seeing that. Now, Mary Greeley is bringing out this information. So if you've been to Uganda, you're going to be diverted to 5 airports. JFK in New York, Liberty, that's in New Jersey, Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, Chicago, O'Hare, and Dulles in Washington. And they're setting up, the CDC is setting up special, well, we assume there's a part of the CDC that really practices medicine, and okay, I'm a little bit jaded, and they're going to set up special lab procedures for testing people who've been in Uganda at these 5 airports. And it's not just American citizens, it's anyone coming in the United States that's been in Uganda. And I recommend that you see the movie Outbreak. Thousands of biology teachers show that movie every year to our students, usually at the end of the school year. It demonstrates in an interesting way, entertaining way, different bio-level safety dresses. The 4 is the maximum, and with that you have on the hazmat, the eyeglasses, the mask, the gloves, but you have a separate oxygen tank that you're wearing, or if you're working inside a building, you have a separate oxygen tube that would attach to your outfit. And the movie Outbreak shows, spreading from Africa, a disease. Now, James Neil Cooper, he lives in Thailand, and for years he's been doing videos about the Three Gorges Dam and other things in China, and he's talking about his I found it pretty interesting how they're training young women to serve tea, and that'll be in the formal political grouping of individuals. They sit at desk, and these ladies will be serving the tea, and it was interesting. Now, showing Chairman Z at a celebration, a traditional celebration in China, the Martyrs' Day, and he does look grim. And in 10 days, he's going to be inaugurated for his 3rd term as president, chairman. And what is interesting is James Neil Cooper is saying that the stormtroopers who are going to Beijing, the military, who's going to be preparing everything for Chairman Z are going to be wearing hazmat suits. So we wonder why. Why is that happening? So I wanted to bring this out, and I do believe that there are earth changes going on. That's why I began this new series, Weather Plus, that are outside the earth and impacting the earth and changing our climate and depressing an electromagnetic shield over the earth. We're receiving more radiation from the sun that would depress our immune system. So prayer and diet and exercise, yes. And we do have the ability created by God in our DNA for our DNA to repair itself and also strengthen itself against outside forces. But I definitely believe prayer helps. Okay, it's good to remember God is in charge and He is on the move. I love you, and I'll see you soon.